Welcome back to our session. We had mentioned earlier the condition of cretinism, a condition that arises in children due to undersecretion of the hormone thyroxine. So it's a condition in which a child has poor growth, especially it will manifest in form of deformed legs, a large tongue, general body sluggishness, and it exhibits mental retardation or poor mental development, resulting in low intelligence. While in adults, it may lead to myxedema, which is characterized by swelling of the thyroid gland, a condition commonly referred to as goiter. Now, this is due to the overworking of the thyroid gland in an attempt to synthesize enough thyroxine. So that means if the thyroid gland is overworked, then all these conditions are likely to appear. Now, cretinism should not be actually confused with dwarfism. A dwarf may be a short fellow, but again, if you look at some of the characteristics like the mental retardation, the poor mental development, and the low intelligence, which is common in cretinism, that one is not present in the case of dwarfism. So they are totally different. So a short fellow is not necessarily a cretin. So there's a distinction between dwarfism and cretinism altogether. The adult experiences reduced metabolic rates and can also show reduced heartbeats, breathing rates, and low body temperature. The adult also becomes mentally and physically sluggish because of a poor metabolism. Now, the low physical activity results in weight gain. That means somebody becomes obese. So obesity actually develops. There is also retention of fluid in the body, a condition referred to as edema, and therefore you will have swollen feet and a puffy face or swollen face. So those are cases of edema, actually because of low activity and retention of body fluid in the body. Now, hypothyroidism can be actually controlled by use of a balanced diet supplemented by iodine salt and administration of iodine iodine tablets. That's why whenever you are cooking, it's always important to purchase the iodine salt because you'll be able to supplement in case of insufficient iodine in your diet. Then there's another case whereby you can have the body producing too much of the thyroxine. We call it hyperthyroidism. Now, this is of a secretion of thyroxine, which can actually arise due to the presence of plasma proteins that stimulate thyroid activity. That means you may have a defective enzymatic reaction. Overproduction of thyroxine leads to enlargement of the gland, and therefore swelling occurs, a condition we actually mentioned as goiter. You can also have weight loss. You can have thinning of the skin, and brittle hair may also develop. Now, in extreme cases, you may develop a heart failure, a condition we refer to as toxicosis actually. So this can also be fatal. This is a picture of a thyroid gland. This is a gland. When it has been overworked, then you develop the swelling, which we're referring to as a goiter, which is visibly enlarged in a thyroid gland. So you can see the swelling here is actually the condition we are referring to as a goiter, which is developing because of the overworking of the thyroid gland in an attempt to produce more thyroxine and ensure body functioning. Now, hyperthyroidism leads to increased metabolic rates, which may actually result to higher heartbeats, breathing rates, and very high temperatures. Now, individuals will appear to be a bit nervous, a lot of restlessness, and sometimes they are easily irritable. This condition can be controlled by treatment with radioactive iodine. Sometimes surgical removal of the part of the thyroid gland that has been infected can also be undertaken. And we can also administer anti-thyroid drugs which slow down the activity of the thyroid gland. So those are the three major ways by which oversecretion of thyroxine can actually be maintained or controlled in the body. The other hormone we are looking at is actually the adrenaline. Okay, this is another hormone that is produced by the adrenal glands. Now these glands are attached to the abdominal cavity, one above each kidney. So each of the two distinct regions, the outer adrenal cortex and the inner adrenal medulla of the kidney. Now the medulla receives nerve impulses from the brain and produces the hormone adrenaline. Now the cortex has no nerve supply and produces a number of hormones which we actually refer to as the corticosteroids. Adrenaline prepares the body for emergency, or to refer to as flight or fight response. So when adrenaline is produced, it will cause increased heartbeat, which increases the rate of circulation. Increased metabolic rate also increases, and the arterioles on the skin and the digestive system also constrict. In the liver, we have the conversion of glycogen to glucose. Equally, skeletal muscles contract and relax, which can also allow fast movement. Now, breathing rate becomes faster and deeper. Fats are also converted to fatty acids, which are available in the blood for muscle contraction. So all those are activities that will actually be triggered in the body when adrenaline is actually produced. What we have, a minute. What we have is a situation whereby adrenaline is actually produced in the body, and different processes end up being generated. These particular processes are actually geared towards preparing your body for an emergency. You are either fighting a dire situation, so you must prepare your body to fight. You might have encountered a lion, for example, along the corner while going home, and therefore you need to run away. Let's talk about flight or fight situation. Oversecretion of adrenaline can be brought about by growth of a tumor in the medulla of the adrenal glands. So some of the symptoms of oversecretion actually include high blood pressure, severe headache, you may have a racing heart, increased sweating, and also faintness can also actually occur. Now the resultant effect is actually aging of major body parts, as the kidneys, heart, and the liver. So oversecretion of adrenaline can actually have dire consequences on your body organs. We need to compare now we need to compare the endocrine system and the nervous system. So the similarities, number one, both provide a means of communication within the body of an organism. Number two, they bring about survival response, for example, flight or fight. Number three, they all involve chemical transmission in form of hormones, in the other case in form of nerve impulses. Number four, they both involve transmission of a message triggered by a stimulus and a response. And number five, the target organs of hormones are like the effector organs in the nervous system. Lastly, we need to look at the differences between the endocrine and the nervous system. Now, in the endocrine system, the chemical substance is what evokes a response. In this case, the secretion of an hormone. While in nervous system, it is the nerve impulse that evokes a response. So chemical substance, nerve impulse. Number two, chemicals transmitted in the bloodstream in the endocrine system. So when the hormones are secreted by the endocrine hormones, they are directly injected into the bloodstream. Whereas in the nervous system, a nerve impulse can only take place, can occur through a nerve cell or a nerve fiber in that case. Number three, in the endocrine system, the responses are slow, but the effects they affect several parts of the body. Whereas in the nervous system, the response is quick, specific, and it is normally localized. So it will affect a particular part of the body, not the entire body, unlike in endocrine system, where you can have an hormone bringing different changes in different parts of the body. Number 4, in endocrine system, production of hormones or these chemical substances will actually produce long-lasting effects in the body. In the nervous system, the effects of a nerve impulse are normally rapid and they are short-lived. Lastly, but not the least, in the endocrine system, the response takes place involuntarily. That means you have no control over the response. Whereas in the nervous system, the response can take place either voluntarily or involuntarily. That means you can be able to control the change, or you may not have the control over what happens. So those are the main differences that we have just highlighted between endocrine and the nervous system. That brings us to the end of our session today. We'll be interacting more with your classroom, and in case of any issues, we'll be able to address them later. Thank you so much.